Well, happy Friday, everyone. I'm a bit under the weather, gastrically speaking, and I seem to be the only one who got hit with it. So I have this feeling I maybe found something in the fridge that might have been a little older, but it's just been 24 hours and it's abating. Today I'm going to eat some beef broth and most likely egg drop. But am I going to do the BART thing or the BRAT thing? Oh, heck no. Okay, B, banana, sugar. R, rice, sugar. A, apple or applesauce, sugar. And toast, sugar. Why don't I need those things? And why do people tell you you need those things? Well, they say you need those things because it thickens the stool. Actually, no, bananas contain quite a bit of fiber. Apples contain quite a bit of fiber. I don't believe rice is very high on the fiber index. They're just making this claim that, oh, well, since I can thicken it in water and turn it into a starchy mix, oh, yeah, though that obviously must thicken my stool. Well, actually, that starchy mix, almost before it gets out of the stomach, is already being released into the bloodstream. So you don't have any starch left, friend. All you have is glucose, all right? And then toast, I don't even want to go there. There's almost no fiber in the endosperm of a wheat plant. All right. Oh, there's plenty of wonderful poisons because mama wheat wants to protect her little baby endosperm that you are grinding into a white powder, and it's such heat that they have to actually add back a bunch of synthetic minerals, vitamins, the vitamin B complex, which isn't a complex. Sorry. It's a bunch of scientists in a lab with test tubes going, oh, this looks like vitamin B2. Yeah, throw it in there. Garbage. All of it. But yeah, unfortunately, if you're not fat adapted and you live on a carbohydrate every 2 to 3 hour feeding, yeah, you're going to feel like hell. All right. I definitely had the squishies last night. I mean, I could feel the muscles contracting. Got it. All right. What I haven't done since I started this diet actually is regurgitate anything. That's actually pretty exciting. I had dry heaves at the very beginning of keto because of my sugar withdrawals. Look up the chief symptoms of a drug addict's withdrawal symptoms, and you're going to find vomiting and dry heaving and nausea are there. So that obviously was a dopamine problem in my brain, which is long gone. But no, I've had exactly two, and I have one back months. A gastric issue. And that's probably just me doing something stupid. I mean, you smell the food and you take a little taste, and if it's in the least bit bitter, probably not a good idea. Well, I mixed that. I probably didn't cook it well enough. It had been in the fridge maybe a week or two. Bad me. Okay, well, hey, am I really paying for it? Not really. And really, I was kind of stupid. I was hungry. So this is kind of weird. So I may be sick, but I was hungry, and I made myself 6 eggs. But unfortunately, I put Frank's Red Hot on it, which I can normally handle, but I guess my guts were kind of a little irritated. And so the Frank's, I got up at 1:30, I got up at 2:30, and I got up at 3:30, and then again at 6. We won't go there, but let's just say it wasn't the best night I've ever had in my life. But because I'm fat adapted, I woke up my normal time, 7:15, and I've been spunky. I have plenty of energy. Normally people, oh, I've had diarrhea, and I just can't get up out of bed, and just look at Kindergarten Cop when she eats that bad sandwich out of the out of the refrigerator case, and I'll be there, I'll be coming. And that's essentially the keto flu because the body doesn't know what to do if it doesn't have its 2-hour top off of glucose. All right. So all I can suggest to you is that you get rid of sugars, get rid of grains. Please try to get rid of the yellow seed oils. Those are inflammatory. They're just not good for you. I'm sorry. And any other refined foods. Now here's where I go out on a limb, and I probably irritate half the keto community. Enough of the xylitol, enough of the sweetitol, enough of the refinitol, enough of the garbage, friends. I mean, really, if you don't have a susceptibility to reversion into a drug addict state. I do not. So I don't mind if I absolutely need a little sweetness, I will add refined sugar. Because I know its refining process has nothing to do with a chemical. I mean, unless they bleach it, but that's a whole nother song and dance. I actually get mine. They do the cane, they do what they have to, and I get the little crystals. All right, bad enough. But to me, natural bad is not worse than chemical bad. All right, refined foods are refined foods are refined foods, and they're bad. Coffee and tea, could you probably make an argument against their refinement? Probably, but again, this is a natural refined bad. Green tea is unfermented, black tea is fermented. If you consider fermentation a refining process, well, then you lump in sauerkraut, soy sauce, and several of the other fermented goods that we get from the Asian continent. So again, what are you doing whenever you get sick? Probably the wrong thing, but I understand, because you need your little pile of glucose, and apparently you don't puke up bananas, rice, applesauce, or toast. When in fact, like me, if you're fat adapted, I had a pinch of salt, I drank water, kept it down, and I did have my little cup of coffee. Nothing. I think I'm over it, but I'm going to be cool today. I have already pulled out a bunch of chicken bones. I'm going to make some chicken broth. I may add a little bit of onion. Well, actually, you know what? I'm going to add some dehydrated spices, because I do love the flavor of clove and a little bit of pepper, a little bit of oregano, and let me think of it, garlic, salt. But what's going to happen is I'm going to pressure cook it hard. I'm going to pressure cook it for 40 minutes, not just 20, which I normally do with chicken. So under pressure cooking, believe it or not, the temperature, your car, if you drive a water-cooled car, technically it's air-cooled, but it uses water as the heat distribution. Your pressure cap says 15 psi, which is 1 bar or 1 atmosphere, and that'll allow your coolant to go up to 220 degrees. Well, that's where I cook everything when I use a pressure cooker, at 220 degrees. And the fact that water becomes, this is alcohol, this is water as a solvent. At 1 bar, water has 50% of the penetrating power that alcohol would, which is really cool. And it kills, destroys, de-effectivizes, makes not effective any lectins, any plant poisons. It takes care of it all. So if you really must have your beans, soak them first, minimum 8 hours, rinse them, then throw them into a pressure cooker and cook the hell out of them. Minimum 40 minutes on high. Better an hour. And if you have the old time, you put the little thing on there and you wait until it starts to go, and it starts rocking. There's where you start your hour. And you cook the hell. Well, they don't have the same texture. Yeah, but they're not going to kill you either. You want texture? Or do you want meds till you die in your 60s? Hey, that's up to you. Sorry, there's a little snark there, but if I didn't snark, I don't know, nobody watched my videos, I guess. Nobody watches them anyway. Couldn't care. This is actually my vlog. But if you do get something out of this, that's awesome. So, excellent. I'm feeling good, like I said. I have what would have put somebody out for 3 days. And I'm here less than a day. And I'm already conquering this baby. So that's awesome. And I also learned something very significant about protein. I hope I remember it. But what I will tell you is protein per se is not the thing that actually invokes the insulin response. So if I forget to do that in an upcoming video, put it in the comments. Let me know. So I'll get it and say, oh yeah, I really should explain that, okay? Oh, I learned this today. That's what I love about my new profession as health coach. I study hours of videos every day. And from my colleagues, we banter back and forth, say, hey, what did you find out? Hey, what are you doing here? Because there's really nothing in the old medical literature on it unless you go 100 years to 150 years before the Seventh-day Adventists destroyed our diet system using a bunch of vegetables and vegan stuff. I'm not picking on the religion. Hey, you need to get to heaven your own way, right? But in my opinion, being a Latin Rite Orthodox Catholic, if you want to call it that, which we've gone by for about 2,000 years, the Catholics never enforce dietary laws on you. There's always an out, okay? So if you're one of those people who belong to a religion where they say, if you don't eat this and you don't eat that and you don't drink this and you don't do this, you're in a cult. But that's my opinion, okay? I follow this cat right here, and he so saith, what you eat does not pass through your heart, therefore it cannot be evil. Look it up. He actually said that. It's in the Bible. Everyone, you Bible thumper, you should look that up. Yeah. And how come I always have a southern accent when I have to talk about the Bible? Bible Belt. Yeah, it's a whole nother song and dance, kids, but I'm here to tell you, all right? So anyway, y'all come back. So that's it. That's how, I mean, really, how many of you are this bubbly and happy and snarky and with all this energy? And my coffee, it was only a 200 ml cup. That was about, oh my goodness, I think it was 6 ounces. That's literally, it's this around and only this tall. And I just do it again for the benefits. And apparently it is doing wonders for my stomach right now. Yay. How many of you could say, yeah, I got that 24-hour rota thing or Bugville or the 24-hour stomach flu, and before 24 hours is up, you're sitting here bouncing off the walls like I am? I don't know. If you are bouncing off the walls and you really have no impact or effect, tell me what you're eating. Show me what you're doing. Hey, this is not a religion to me, man. I eat all meat because I love all meat. But if you find something that works better, I'm gonna do what you gonna do. All right? So anyway, I try to do videos on weekends, but it's gonna be a little cranky. My daughter's getting married, yay! And we're gonna be pretty busy this weekend. So this may be my last video till Monday, and then hopefully you'll remind me to talk about the protein thing. No, whey, tray, cool. All right? Have a good weekend. We'll talk soon, guys. Be well. Bye.